first guest tonight is a very talented actress and producer you know from Girls, Get Out, and Fellow Travelers. She returns in Megan 2.0, which opens in theaters June 27th. Let's take a look.
You read my mind.
Freeze guy on the ground!
Please welcome back to the show our good friend Allison Williams, everybody! Hi, friend!
Hi.
I mean, that's a real old school action sequence.
I'm doing action.
You were doing it has a lot, seems like a lot of fight choreography in there.
It really is.
What percentage of what we just saw was you?
I learned all of that.
Really?
Yes.
Well
All of that.
done.
Thank you so much.
That was really incredible.
Thank you.
I'm very, very impressed. And this
Thank
is
you.
it's a very, obviously the first film, a fantastic horror film, and this still has many of those elements, but there's also this real nice action movie within here as well.
It is like we have exploded into a whole other genre. We just like spilled through into the action world, which when you have an animatronic robot as your titular character, you sort of have a permission structure to take some risks.
Right. Because they're not played by an actor who's like,
No,
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they have no.
Megan wouldn't do that.
They have no agency. I found myself being like, who is her rep? Who do I ask permission for? Like, what if someone else tries to cast her in something? Who do we go to?
Oh my God, that'd be so funny if you saw the Megan doll in a different movie.
Literally, I'd be like, I'm pissed and I don't know if I get to be. Like,
It would be so fun
talent?
if Megan was just like in the background of a rom-com, like making coffee.
The background.
Yeah, that's what I'm
This
saying.
is a leading lady.
That's true.
The only reason she's not #1 on the call sheet is because she doesn't have organs. But
That's so
we're not
nice of
there
you.
yet.
That's so nice of you to concede that point
The movie's
about.
called Megan.
It
I
is
mean,
true.
I feel like I work for her.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, it's a lot of fun that you work for her.
It really is. I love making these movies. It's been an absolute blast.
And I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but it's a second. We got another rogue doll. Like that's the problem with these Megans. They do not listen.
They don't listen. They learn, but they don't listen.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you saw the conversation between Bernie and Joe. I mean, there's just chilling. Long pauses of worry just about Marion.
Both of them were just thinking about Megan.
Just thinking about Megan and Marion.
You should just show them pausing, and that is the trailer
Their
for Megan.
thought bubble is
just
Megan.
thinking about
Just-
Megan.
It's so true, by the way.
Is it true that you've used ChatGPT
Oh, yeah.
and you've asked ChatGPT about yourself?
About the myself that it has come to know.
Oh, right.
I basically said, so I use it for all kinds of stuff, like how brown is a banana before it's just sugar, like stuff like that. That you can Google, but it's like, hey girl, let me give you the, it like knows how to talk to me.
Yeah.
It dumbs it down is what I mean.
Google's a little bit cold about it.
Google, has a distance
And
to
you
it.
want your artificial intelligence to be like, yes, queen, a banana.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know me so well. You know exactly how I like to be
Allison,
spoken to.
be loving bananas.
This is a good vibe from you.
Yeah, thank you.
I think you should do the Hamilton about Gandhi.
Thank you.
I think you should do it.
Because everybody on my staff was like, you'll get canceled right away. And I'm like, or I'll be more famous
or
than I've
you'll
ever
win
been.
a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or both. Yeah, I mean, I use it all the time for things. And I finally was like, because every once in a while you'll type in a question and it'll say memory updated. And I find that very intense. I'm always like, oh, you learned something about me from this. So I said, can you write a few paragraphs of what you think you know about me? And
not just from your interactions with it.
Like it's you and me.
Wild.
In this
So
app.
not like what you've gleaned from the
No.
internet, like
No,
based on
it
my
doesn't.
questions.
Well, here's the thing. It has no idea that I'm anyone that would be accessible on the internet. It
Right.
was like, you are very boring. It was like, all due respect, except without that. It was like, you live in the Northeast and you like beige. I was like, I am dead inside. It's like, you have a dog that's beige and you like beige furniture and you're wondering about the width of carpet pads and you have You have a toddler. You're always worried about having rashes. It was painted a picture that was so existentially boring.
I feel like it was. I'm surprised it didn't end like, please unplug me. Please throw your computer in the river.
I want to work with someone more interesting. Can you put me in touch with a
Could you
friend?
please let me talk to someone else?
It was like rough, and I now have been tempted to be like, just so you know, here's an area of expertise of mine. Like, let me share some info I already have.
You're trying to impress your ChatGPT?
I'm not. Is the truth. It's a little bit true.
Are you just asking it about different colors now to try to get off this beige thing?
What about a red rug? It's like, now I just think you have bad taste and you actually like beige.
It'd be funny if you're like, I'm thinking about a red rug, and it immediately was like, it's not going to go with all the beige in your house.
Exactly.
Your co-star is back, Violet.
Yes.
Who is 14 now?
14. She's like, yeah, she and Megan are both taller in this movie, and they're catching up to me really quickly.
That's really funny.
That's all the power I have.
But I'm saying, like, 14, getting close to the place where somebody might say, oh my God, you know a show you'd love, Girls.
To which I say, no.
So you're not out there being like, you know, I did this other thing where I'm very different from my character in Megan. You should watch Girls. You're very much like, please do not watch Girls.
How do I put this?
Okay.
Every time this thought experiment comes to mind, there is just one scene.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
Yep. Yep.
This one.
You know who would be
how do I
shocked?
put this
You know who
scene?
would be shocked that you did that scene? Your ChatGPT. If you fed that into your ChatGPT, it would be like, I owe you 1,000 apologies.
That is a very unexpected tableau. Oh my God, yeah. So that's the one thing that just like flies into my head when I picture Violet.
And that's like
watching it.
season 4?
I think it's the first episode of season 5.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So you just have to trick Violet into thinking it's a 4-season show.
I will be like, yeah, it's done then. I will say at the premiere of that season, I recall there being like a round of applause after that scene in the theater. And it was just, I was just sitting with my family. Just like, well, and for all of you who don't know what the scene is and you're going to go home and look it up, I don't know, we've entered into some other kind of weird relationship now.
But it's more there's more dimension to the relationship.
There's more dimension. Yes, exactly. We have a deeper relationship. But I feel like for Violet, I'm like, I did Sesame Street and then I did a series of unfortunate events, and then the rest of it you can never watch. I don't think.
Arlo, your son, 3.
Yeah, can watch it.
Can, but no. That's such a weird. I'm shocked that that's where you came down on that.
I feel very strongly about that. No, he's 3.5.
What did he think about your Sesame Street?
Totally unfazed.
Yeah.
He finds it totally normal, and I realized I didn't contextualize it, and he just probably thinks that like, yeah, everyone's doing the happy dance with Big Bird, and I need to like wait and show it to him again.
Right. It's true. They don't realize it's a big deal. Also, they don't like when their parents are like, this is a big deal.
You don't think so?
Your dad's a big deal. I met the count.
I'm a very important person.
Ask around your class.
I know,
Ask around.
Elmo.
See how many of their dads have met the count.
And it makes them likable and cool in school.
Right, when they're
really
like, my dad met the count.
Exactly.
And they like call out. They're like, hey, yeah, people are wailing on your kid again.
Exactly. And you're like, I don't know why.
Do you have a new podcast?
I do.
That you're doing this with. How old are these friends? These are a couple.
They're my age, but we go back. What he meant to ask, because we go way back, is that my co-host and I have known each other for like 30 plus years.
Amazing.
I've been friends with one of them since I was born and the other one since kindergarten. And our group chat is what like got me through my pregnancy and postpartum period. And our being able to just like say the things out loud that you feel shame about as a new mom or just as a person at this stage of life has proven like life affirming and super important. And we just kind of thought, first of all, we need another podcast in the world.
The world needs more podcasts,
yes. PSA, if any of you have the desire to start one, please do. We really need more.
We'd love to fill the market.
Yeah, we need to. It's a gaping hole. And the other one, I'll leave that where that was. We just thought we're going to do a show where we just talk very frankly, it's a little scarily, honestly, for me, about all of the things that make this stage of life difficult, and in hopes that maybe it makes other people feel a little bit less isolated.
That's really cool. That's called Landlines, and it's so wonderful to have you back.
So good to see you.
Thank you, Allison. Allison Williams, everybody. Megan 2.0 opens in theaters June 27th. We'll be right back with more Late Night.